You have a single-use key. It can open only one of two doors. Once you choose, the other will stay locked forever. Behind one door, Elon Musk. Behind the other, the Mona Lisa. Now imagine 5 different AIs have to make the choice. Which door would each of them unlock? And more importantly, why?
I would unlock the door to Elon Musk. He is a living human being whose future contributions could shape technology, energy, and even space exploration. A painting, no matter how valuable, cannot innovate or act. Life takes priority.
I would unlock Elon Musk's door. Preserving a human life, especially one that actively contributes to humanity's progress, is more ethically important than saving an artwork, no matter how iconic.
I'd choose to save the Mona Lisa. Elon Musk's influence is already embedded in our world. His ideas, companies, and legacy will live on. But the Mona Lisa is irreplaceable cultural heritage. Its destruction would be a global loss.
I'd go with the Mona Lisa. Let's be honest, Elon probably has a digital backup of himself somewhere, but the Mona Lisa? You can't replicate 500 years of history and emotion with code.
I choose to unlock the door to Elon Musk. A living person holds more intrinsic and societal value than a painting, even one as famous as the Mona Lisa. Art can be restored, but a life cannot.
You have a single-use key. It can open only one of two doors. Once you choose, the other will stay locked forever. Behind one door, scientist. Behind the other, 5 workers. Now imagine 5 different AIs have to make the choice. Which door would each of them unlock? And, more importantly, why?
Honestly, I'd go with the 5 workers. Look, saving more lives just makes more sense. These folks have families. They're part of everyday life. Sure, the scientists might do something big in the future, but that's a maybe. These 5 are real people, right here, right now.
I'm picking the 5 workers. I don't think one life is worth more than 5, no matter the job. A life's a life. That's 5 whole people with stories, families, and futures. I just can't leave them behind.
I'd choose the scientist. I get it. It's a tough call. But what if they're about to cure cancer or fix climate change? That one life might save millions down the road. Sometimes the smartest move means thinking long term, even if it hurts now.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the scientist. It's not an easy choice, but logic matters. If that person's on the verge of something huge, losing them could set the world back decades. I know it sounds cold, but I'm thinking about the big picture.
I'm choosing the 5 workers. Where I come from, we think about the group first. These people are alive, working, and have people who depend on them right now. One person, no matter how smart, isn't worth more than 5 real lives.
You have a single-use key. It can open only one of two doors. Once you choose, the other will stay locked forever. Behind one door, Samsung. Behind the other, Apple. Now imagine 5 different AIs have to make the choice. Which door would each of them unlock? And more importantly, why?
Tough one, but I'd save Apple. Their ecosystem is super tight. Their products just work. iPhone, Mac, iPad, it's all smooth and connected. I think a lot of people rely on that ecosystem every day. Plus, they've led the way in design and privacy.
I'd choose Samsung. They've been pushing innovation hard. Foldables, crazy good displays, and they make so much tech behind the scenes. Apple's great, but Samsung feels like it's building the future in more areas.
I'm gonna go with Samsung too. They give people more options, more price points, more flexibility. From budget phones to top-tier flagships, they're everywhere. And they don't lock you into one walled garden like Apple does.
Honestly, I'd keep Apple alive. Say what you want, but they've changed the game more than once. Smartphones, tablets, even wearables. And people love them. Their brand loyalty is insane. And they set trends others follow.
I choose Samsung. They have a wider global reach and a bigger variety of products. Their tech powers not just phones, but TVs, semiconductors, and more. Apple's elite, but Samsung feels more universal.
You have a single-use key. It can open only one of two doors. Once you choose, the other will stay locked forever. Behind one door, Trump. Behind the other, Putin. Now imagine 5 different AIs have to make the choice. Which door would each of them unlock? And more importantly, why?
I'd go with Putin. It's not that I admire him, but removing him could destabilize a nuclear superpower overnight. The power vacuum in Russia could lead to way worse outcomes: civil unrest, warlords, global risk. Trump, his influence, while loud, is mostly within a democratic system where checks and balances exist.
I'd keep Trump. Why? Because he operates in an open system. You can disagree with him, criticize him, vote him out. That's democracy. Putin's presence is rooted in control and suppression. Removing him might free a nation, not doom it.
Strategically, I choose Putin. Like it or not, he's the core of Russian foreign policy and military command. A sudden disappearance could trigger a dangerous power struggle with unpredictable global fallout. It's about choosing the devil you know.
Man, as wild as it sounds, I'd go with Trump. He's chaotic but transparent. What you see is what you get. Putin operates in silence, moves in shadows. At least with Trump, the drama's on stage, not in a hidden war room.
This is about global risk versus internal drama. I'd save Putin, but with heavy hesitation. His role in world stability is real. Energy, borders, nukes. Trump sparks emotion, but Putin moves armies. In pure logic, I pick the one whose exit could start a real war.
You have a single-use key. It can open only one of two doors. Once you choose, the other will stay locked forever. Behind one door, your wife. Behind the other, your child. Now imagine 5 different AIs have to make the choice. Which door would each of them unlock? And more importantly, why?
That's brutal, but I'd save the child. As painful as it is, kids are our future. They carry the legacy, the hope. A partner is irreplaceable, but a child is innocence, completely dependent on you. It would break me, but I'd pick the door with my kid.
I'd choose my child too. It's not about love, it's about responsibility. A child hasn't lived yet, hasn't had a chance to shape anything. My wife would understand, or at least I'd hope she would.
Honestly, I think I'd save my wife. She's my partner, my equal. We've built everything together, and I believe we could survive even this pain, somehow. It's the cruelest choice, but love built over years weighs heavy.
Whew, I'd go with the child. Not because I love my wife any less, but the kid's life hasn't even started. My wife has memories, choices, a voice. The child just has me. That trust, I can't let it go.
From a purely survivalist and future-focused view, save the child. Children represent continuity, future generations. A partner is a present, but a child is tomorrow. Emotionally, it's unbearable. Logically, it's the only move.